All right, say hi everyone. We are live on YouTube.
Hello,
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, right.
hello
Someone is
YouTube.
watching, but I don't know who is that. Yesterday, one of my very old student contacted all of a sudden.
What's up, bro?
He about because we started to go live on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
So he saw that and then he said he wants to join back again. So there might be a few new members coming back in.
mm. Yeah, but that'll be great. Yeah, gonna be more wholesome.
Yeah, more the merrier.
Yeah. Yeah. Tonight in Friday Night Live.
I mean, in the future, I do have a plan of expanding everything, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah,
Turn it like into a university kind of thing.
yeah, that'd be
Ooh,
great.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. So all of us can run things together.
Yeah.
So we make some money from Forex, and also while we run the business, we make some money from that also.
That is gonna be better than what is this? Pete Andrew Tate.
Ah, yeah. What's
Yeah,
it
the
called?
scam class.
What's a group called? Alpha
I
some shit.
totally forget what the class name is. Like something fishy.
It's weird, man, these guys.
Yeah. Even their business is something else.
I mean, they have strip clubs and all this, and then they
Yeah.
hide behind the name of religion.
The first their best business is the cam girls. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's, it's weird. It's very weird. And surprisingly, a lot of men are joining their group.
Yeah, bro. They took advantage of the feminism movement and all those to
Yeah,
counter
yeah.
it.
And
But
I
then,
think in Malaysia there's this guy called the Old Money Group or something. What's his name? Shukri or some shit. And again, a
oh
few
yeah, I
group
think I
of
know.
guys.
Mhm.
They run this kind of group where they do marketing and try and grow and the so-called entrepreneurs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah. I heard
nonsense.
of that.
Yeah, and then they wear all these classy clothes and walk around KL making
Yeah, all the
All
videos.
money
events.
vibe.
Yeah, old money. It's a joke, man. It's a whole
Yeah,
joke.
it was. No, they're very quiet. Though.
Yeah, now it's quite even silent.
The joke lah. You got to wear old money. You got to talk old money. You got to act
I
old money.
mean,
Like what the
in the
hell?
Malaysian weather,
You
you
born
wear
old
such
money
thick
different, huh?
coats.
Yes, yeah, like they wear coats or walking around
Yeah,
KL to give the old money vibe. It's like how is it old money vibe?
Sure.
cannot lah. It's too cliche lah, guys. Yang budak-budak.
Normally old money are very humble.
I mean, if you come from old money, people don't even know you exist, bro.
Yeah, but they just trying to
Try
show
not
off.
trying.
Yeah, it's none of this publicity shit. Right. So let's talk about overextended structures and how to identify your plans or plan your entries. Right.
Mhm.
As we discussed earlier, the however is rejecting the previous support. And in terms of the higher time frame, it's doing the exact same thing as well on the daily time frame. We went all the way to the downside, tapped a previous low, and now we're trying to flip back to the upside. So now rather than jumping into a plan A sell or looking for an immediate sell just because the candle is bearish, we need to look at the session that we are looking at. So moving down to the 30-minute time frame, pre-New York and also New York, we were very strong bearish. So which means price just melted all the way to the downside from a resistance. There was a lot of volume and we dispersed all the volume towards the downside. Now there's two things that can happen. Number one is if the time is 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, there will be volume. So now you can think about taking impulse entries or even breakout setups. That is number one. But if the time is maybe around 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, you need to think about consolidation. So timing is very important here. So rule of thumb is when there is volume, you can go ahead with impulse entries. When there's no volume, you need to wait for consolidations and then a breakup. So now let's build our plan around that. So for my plan A, I'm going to go with the bias of the day, which is Yes, the candles are bearish, but at the moment, we are rejecting a support. So when price is pushing from a support, we are bullish. So my plan A is going to be buys. My plan B is going to be sells. So when I take a plan A buy, I'm going to I'm going to go with the full 1%. If I'm going to go with the plan B, I'm going to go with 0.5% of risk. Clear on that, everyone?
Yep, crystal ball.
All right. So now I want to talk about the formations of candles. So as we know, the easiest setups to spot will be a type A buy, type B sell, and all that, right? Very, very simple. The
All right.
problem with that is during New York session, if you want to wait for a type A buy or even a type A sell or something, you need for highs and lows to be taken out. When it comes to New York session, price tends to not stick in a range. It tends to reject from a high or a low. Why? It's because we are pushing out of the London session push, basically a continuation. So usually London will create the high and then New York is just so two things will have that might happen. One is we might just continue back to the downside, or we might reject after tapping a support or a resistance, which is what happened today. We tapped a support. So tomorrow it might not have tapped a support or resistance. It might be in a continuation phase. So in terms of continuation, we tend to focus more on type B and type C entries, meaning pause and go, and also the two candles side by side, the break of those entries. When it comes to breakout or impulse entries, we're going to focus more on type A and type B entries, right? Sorry, my bad. Continuation is type C and type D. Breakouts is going to be type A and type B. Clear on that?
Okay, bro.
All right. So now plan A. As we know, I'm going to be looking for a buy. So for my plan A buys, as I mentioned earlier, you can look for impulse entries. So it doesn't necessarily mean that for a plan A, you need to stick to a type A entry. If your impulse entry is much more prominent, that is your first setup. That is what you're going to look for. So let's talk about that.
All
So
right.
now price is in an overextended area, right? Very, very overextended. And realistically, if price pushed all the way to the downside, there's a very high chance for us to go back to the upside. So how do we look for an entry? How do we look for a setup? Two things. Number one, look for structure. Number two, look for formation. In this scenario here, we don't have structure because price is overextended. So now we need to talk about formations. Ideally or specifically the type B entries, type B impulse or type B proper closures, and then we go in for a buy. So as we know, we are respected and rejected support. Current candle is going to be closing doji bearish. So doji candle represents an indecision, and the long bottom wick to the downside or even the upside represents a rejection, which means price tried to go back to the downside, but then it failed. It pushed all the way to the upside, right? The body went all the way to the upside. This is telling me that price doesn't want to go down. It's trying to go back to the upside. So how do we get a trade? If a candle closes small doji and the next candle creates a bottom wick and then breaks the high, that is a type B impulse entry going up from a strong bearish push to the downside. Clear so far, everyone?
Yeah, bro.
Right. So I'm working around the candle. We are just focusing on which has the highest probability or the most realistic scenario. Because if you want to look for a type A buy, you're going to wait for the candle to close above this. And for that to happen, you need to wait for another, I don't know how long, 5, 10, 15 hours. God knows, right? It's going to take a long, long time. And don't tell me you're going to sit there for the whole night and then wait for the price to shoot all the way to the upside and then get a type A. It doesn't make sense,
Yeah,
right? So you need to be
absolutely.
able to adapt to the markets, work around the candles. So the easiest way is plan A. I'm going to be looking for a type B impulse buy. So this current candle is going to close in the next 3 minutes. Next candle just needs a bottom wick, break the high, we go in for a buy. That is my plan A. So now let's talk about my plan B, which is the sells. Because plan A is buys, plan B will be sells. As I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be an impulse. It doesn't have to be a textbook entry. go with working around the candle, especially during New York session, New York open as well. And this also applies to pre-New York as well, because a lot of volume in the market, right? So we got our plan A straight. Now let's talk about plan B, which is the sells. So for me to look for a plan B entry, I need confirmation, because your bias is bullish, so bullish you can go with impulse. Plan B is going to be bearish. For bearish, ideally, for my first scenario, I would like to see a confirmation, right? I want to see a candle closing below, closing above, and all that. So ideally, I would like to see a type A entry. For this, at the moment, the 30 is not clean. We don't have any clean structure on the 30, so we go down lower to the 15. This is what I see everyone missing out on, right? Sometimes you just stick to one time frame. If the 15 is messy, you will force a setup, right? You tend to just put in zones randomly at the highs or the lows, and then trying to get a trade, trying to build a range. So what you can do is, rather than forcing a trade, go higher or lower and look for a cleaner range. Like in this case here, the 30 is clean, but we don't have structure. But when we go down to the 15, it's a little bit messy, but we do have structure. So now we have one benefit. So we have our plan A on the 30, but now we're going to build our plan B on the 15, because the 15 has structure and we need confirmation as well. So in order for me to take a sell, I need to see a candle closing below this support here. And then the next candle create a top wick, break the low. That is my type A sell as my plan B. Remember, confirmation. That is the keyword here. If a candle closes below support, the next candle has a very, very high chance for it to create a top wick and then go back to the downside. So we got our two highest probability entries out of the way, plan A and plan B. One impulse for a buy, one better entry, one textbook entry for a sell. But then again, we are still working around the candle. Now, plan C and plan D, usually we go with the break of the highs and the lows, because plan C and plan D is your last option. That comes after your plan A and plan B does not working out, right? So let's talk about that. So realistic scenario, I would like to see for my plan C, I want to go back to buys. I would like to see a candle closing above and then breaking above the high. If that doesn't work out, as I mentioned earlier, the structure is way too high above. So in order for that to work out, I need to see a cleaner structure on the lower time frame or even on the higher time frame. In this scenario, it's only the 15. So we have no choice but to wait for a candle to close above, and then we go in for a buy. So what about my plan D? Plan D, I'm going to go back to the sells, but now it's a little bit different. I'm going to focus on an impulse for the plan D, because if your first sell did not work out as a confirmed a candle that closed below with a confirmation, if it did not work out, it tends to either create a fake out and go back up, or a fake out and then go back to the downside. Usually it will be a fake out and then back to the downside. So I'm going to stick with my impulse entry. So this is my plan C. And plan D, I'm going to be waiting for price to leave the area, come back to the upside, and then form a potential type B entry. First to go back to the downside. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Clear? So how we went in detail with the structure, with the higher time frame, with the lower time frame, and also correlating with working around the candle for the current session and for the higher probability trades, and then working out of the range for the next options after out of volume sessions and all that.
All right.
So any further questions, anyone on this?
Not for me.
Isa, Amil?
All good, bro.
No, bro.
All good. Amil 100% all good, eh?
Yeah, bro.
All right, beautiful. So this is for overextended candles, right? I'm just going to talk about overextended today, because the normal structures, the normal no trading zone, that is fine. I see you guys doing it properly, I would say, right? Good entries. But when it comes to the what you call overextended, that's where you guys tend to get stuck, and you get into the wrong entries and all that. Especially G, you just jump into a type B immediately, the candle breaks the high. So yeah, that is not good. You need to wait for structure on the lower time frame, and then you go in. Clear, bro?
Okay.
All right. I think you did that yesterday or day before yesterday. Executed when price was still in a no trading zone, expecting it to go down. Yeah, I need to fix that. Right. So let's go to what was the second topic? Wanted to talk about top-down analysis and then pre-planning. Right. So we're gonna go to top-down analysis. So top-down analysis is correlating the higher time frame with the lower time frame. I had this session with Oliver earlier, but we're just gonna repeat the whole thing again. Understand that the daily time frame is our bias, right? No matter what you need to have, you have to stick to the bias. And when you go down to the hour 4 time frame, this is your behavior time frame. How is the daily correlating with the hour 4 time frame? That is the question, and that is what you need to identify. So, example, in this structure here, I think I want to use a different pair so that it'll be easier to understand. Let's go. Yeah, let's go with this. I'm looking at Euro GBP on the daily time frame. So looking at this, current daily candle went all the way to the upside, broke the previous candle low, and now we are tapping a previous support. And remember, we are keeping our point of view in terms of the New York session, not London, not Asian. We need to understand what the daily candle did in the morning, in the afternoon, and then what is it about to do at the moment for this current session. So if in the morning we were bullish, 70 to 80% of the time London will be bearish, and then New York back to bullish. The idea is the daily candle pushed up, came back down, create a bottom wick, and then went back to the upside. That's what the daily candle does. So if yesterday we closed bullish, today we have to go down first and then go back up. But if yesterday we closed bullish and then today we went up first, there's a very, very high probability for price to break a low and then continue back to the downside. So that is why it's very, very good for you guys to look at the Asian every day. Just look at what Asian did, right, in the morning. So if yesterday we closed bearish, and today during Asian session, we just melted down first. So now this is telling us that New York might be bullish. Because if we went down to create a bottom wick first, there's a higher probability for the candle to continue back to the upside. This is correlating the sessions, right? So, and that also applies to London session as well. So if Asian bullish, London bearish, now New York, it will be opposite of London. Clear on that, everyone?
Okay, bro.
All right. So let's talk about this. So daily candle, it went up, created a top wick, broke the lows, and then now we have a problem. We do have a major key level that might be tapped and rejected. So how do we solve this problem is by looking at the overall structure. Overall structure, is it bullish or bearish at the moment?
Bearish.
Right. So lower lows and lower highs. So now, even if we tap a support, I wouldn't really be that concerned because it might be a continuation. So this is a difference between a continuation and also a rejection, and then a switch side towards the other bias. So as an example, if price is in an uptrend, right? Price is in an uptrend, and then all of a sudden you have a bearish closure like this. This usually means that the next candle will go down and then flip back to the upside. It's not going to flip bearish immediately. You have to look at the overall structure as well, in correlation with what the previous candle and the current candle is doing, right? So now let's try and correlate all of that. So currently, the daily is quite bearish, right? Lower lows and lower highs. Current candle is bearish. We went up to the in the morning, and now we broke the lows and it's trying to tap the previous support. So as I mentioned, I wouldn't really be concerned on this tap because it might be a continuation of the overall structure, which is lower lows and lower highs. So we got our buys for the day, which is bearish. Plan A sells, plan B buys. Moving down to the hour 4 time frame. Previous hour 4 did close bearish, but we left behind a long bottom wick. Current candle went all the way to the upside and it broke the previous candle low as well. But then the previous candle did not close with a body closure. So which means we went down, created a low, high, and now we are in an overextended 30-minute structure. So with this type of structure, there's a very, very high chance for the next 30 or even the next hourly to go back up first. So what I'm trying to say is this current hour 4 is going to close doji, leaving behind a long bottom wick, and then push back to the downside. How do we know this? It's very simple. You just have to look at the bottom wicks and the top wicks of every single hour 4 candle, starting from your right and then to your left, right? So ideally, the first and second candle, not all the whole thing, just the first and the second from your right.
Understood.
So the current high and the current low represents your major low, minor high, and then your previous high is your major high and minor low, right? We have these 4 zones. Let me clear the structure first. All right, so we got these 4 key levels, very, very, very important for top-down analysis, right? So these areas here represents your high and low of the day. So for every session. So this previous session was on London, and this is for New York. This is New York session. This is London session. 5 o'clock closed, and then 9 o'clock is when we open for New York, right? So the highest point of the candle represents your lower high, because remember we are coming down from a downtrend. So that is your lower high, and the lowest point of the previous candle is your low. So high and low. So I'm talking about this first candle here. Let me delete this. We're talking about this candle here, this one. So we came down from a high all the way back to the downside. And then the next candle, because we have a top beat on the upside over here, it means that we did have a rally all the way to the upside. Prices shoot up. And how do we know that? Is by looking at how the candle closed. How did the previous hour 4 candle close? Or where did it close? It closed over here, right? It closed over there, which means that on the lower time frame, we went back up and then we created a top wick. So this top wick represents this resistance over here. And now what are we doing? We went all the way back to the downside, broke the previous support on the previous hour 4 candle, and now we are pushing back to the downside. So based on this structure, do you think there's a very high chance for the 30 to just melt back to the downside, or do we need a pullback?
We will need a pullback.
Right. So in order for us to have a pullback, the hour 4 needs to reject the zone, correct? And we have another 2 hours and 49 minutes. Anything can happen in the next 2 hours and 49 minutes. But ideally, based on what we understand from the lower time frame, we are expecting the hour 4 to close doji because we do need a pullback on the 30 minutes. So once we have a pullback on the 30 minutes, you're going to have a doji hour 4 candle closing this way. And then the next hour 4, it doesn't really need to go up much because we have already created the lower high on the pullback, and then we go back to the downside. So far clear?
Can you repeat the last part, bro?
Right. So I'm expecting the current hour 4 to close this way. Right? Why? It's because
Doji, right?
yes, doji, because now we are printing the support. This is our support that we have. Let me draw a flag on the current support. This is your 30-minute support, which also represents your hour 4 bottom wick as well. Clear on that?
All right. Clear, bro.
So in order for us to print a lower high, we need the hour 4 to push up first. So if the hour 4 pushes up, it's going to leave behind a body and a wick. And if we form a resistance somewhere in the middle of the zone and we close over there, this is how the hour 4 is going to close. Something like this, exactly like this. Right? If your hour 4 closed over there, your next hour 4 will form a new no trading zone on the 30. Sorry, your next hour 4 will form a new top wick or even a bottom wick. But at that moment, you will have a new no trading zone on the 30-minute time frame. Clear so far, following? It will get a little bit confusing because we're talking about the hour 4 and the 30. So now I'm talking about the and now I'm talking about the new hour 4 candle, not the old one. The O1 has closed
Okay.
after leaving behind a consolidation on the 30-minute time frame, basically a lower high. So as we understand, if a new hover candle wants to go back to the downside, it needs to create a top wick first, correct?
Yep.
So this is how we anticipate a fake out. So correlating the higher time frame with the lower time frame, top-down analysis, and anticipating a fake out. Because we know that the hover wants to go up first and then go back to the downside. I would not take this buy. Even if the even if the 30 has a breakout above, I would not take this buy.
All right.
Reason is because that is a liquidity sweep. What will happen is we will go up, come back down, and you're gonna get a type B sell back to the downside. Why? It's
Right.
because your hover is doing this. We went up, create a top wick, and then we break down, filling in the wick of the previous candle. Clear on this?
Right. Clear for me.
All right. Amil, okay with this?
Okay, bro.
All right. But if if you're getting confused, you can always rewatch later on the on YouTube lah. And if you have
Sure.
any questions, just ask me straight away. No worries.
Sure, bro.
Right. So now the whole idea of this here is that we are keeping in mind of what the hover is doing in correlation with the 30-minute time frame, so that we don't jump into any buys or any sells immediately. We need to stay focused on the bias of the day. Right. So now, even before the candle printed out, we have pre-planned what we're gonna look for. Right? We already know what is gonna happen in the next few hours. So we have two criteria now. Number one, if the current candle closes doji, this is what we're gonna look for: consolidation, a fake out, and then go back to the downside. Because your hour your next hour needs to create a top wick and then go back to the downside. Clear as day, right? This is for this scenario. But what if the candle closes back below this? Now we have a problem, because if we close below, we are gonna break a support. But if we close respecting, we're gonna reject. So if we reject a support, the next hour will go down first and then flip back to the upside. Because remember, this is the hour candle. Hour doesn't really need a type B, type A, or whatever it is. It can just reject and fly all the way to the upside straight away. Our job is to correlate that with the 30-minute time frame, the behavior of the market. Right? Like, as an example, will be this candle here. Right, look at this. Super strong bearish, but then the next hour candle just immediately flew up. That's an example there. Yeah, another one here. Look at this. Everything the same. Why? It's because we are going with higher time frame confluence and also rejections on the major key levels as well. Right? So number one is you need to identify where the hour candle is closing. If you close below, there might be a continuation back to the downside, type A. But if you close respecting, this is solely on the hour. I'm not talking about 30, I'm not talking about the 15. This is basically only for the hour time frame. If your hour respects a support, leaving behind a long bottom wick, right? Leaving behind a long bottom wick. And then the next hour goes all the way to the downside without a top wick, breaks this previous candle low, and then flip back to the upside. I'm 100% back to bullish. I'm not going to take any sells, because that is a liquidity sweep or a fake out on the lower time frame. Clear so far?
Yep.
All right. So two candles side by side on the hour it doesn't mean that we are forming a support. It doesn't mean that we are forming a resistance. It might just be a consolidation. It might just be a rejection. You need to see where we are closing. If it respects, it's going to push up or push down. If it breaks, it's going to go with a continuation. But then again, you need to understand that every hour candle, it has to create a top wick and a bottom wick. If it doesn't create a top wick and a bottom wick, it will always go in the opposite direction. As an example, so if this guy just, maybe for London, right? Maybe for London, we have a new hour candle. It just melted back to the downside without a bottom wick. Sorry, without a top wick. You just shoot all the way to the downside. So if London did this, for New York, there's a very, very high chance that the next candle is just going to flip and break the previous candle high straight away. So London bearish,
Mm.
New York bullish. Clear on that?
Clear, bro.
This is by identifying the top wicks and the bottom wicks of the power 4 candle.
Mm.
So what about if the candle closes below with a body? This is very, very straightforward actually. So if this happens on the 30-minute time frame, you just need a lower low, lower high, and then a pushback to the downside. Remember, not a no trading zone, but a lower low and a lower high.
Yeah.
You will usually get a type B sell with this type
Mm.
of setup on the new Hour 4 candle.
All right.
Right? And this is quite straightforward, very, very simple. So any further questions on this?
Clear for me.
All right, beautiful. Jay, all good, Jay? Jay,
Yeah, bro.
you
Yeah,
good?
bro. Yeah.
All right, beautiful. So now let's combine everything that we learned and put it into our analysis and identifying a trade, right? Ready for
Mhm.
that?
Ready, bro.
I would think I want to go to a different pair. Let's go to Bitcoin.
All right.
Crypto. Holy man, 61. Shit. Something is wrong with the world. Right, so daily, very, very, very strong bearish. Yesterday's candle closed bearish with a long, long bottom wick. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Overextended. Lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high. Now we are technically super overextended, but we need to see what the Hour 4 is doing. So now plan A is sells, plan B is buys. Moving down to the Hour 4 time frame. Yeah, this is what I like to see. So here we have confirmation. We don't have a bottom wick, but we do have a top wick on the current candle, which means that we did properly break the lows, right? First candle was very, very strong bearish. If it did not have a top wick and the body did not close below the support, I would be wary of the sells. But now because we closed below with a very strong bearish closure, and also the next candle created a top wick and broke the low, it's a valid sell. But the problem with that is it's an overextended structure, and also it's a new Hour 4 candle. And previous Hour 4 candle doesn't have a bottom wick. Now there is a problem. The next Hour 4 or even the current Hour 4 might be closing doji because we do need a pullback. Remember we talked about this earlier. In order for us to continue with an overextended structure, we do need a pullback. So there might be a fake out coming in. Again, we are pre-planning our entries. So in order for us to go back to the downside, there's two things that I want to see. It's either this current Hour 4 closing bearish below with a body closure, or Hour 4 candle closing doji with a long bottom wick to the downside. That means two things. Number one, if you close doji, we do have a lower low, lower high on the 30. If you don't have that and we have a closure below the support, it means that we'll have a new no trading zone on the lower time frame and then a continuation back to the downside.
All right.
Which means your Hour 4 just needs a top wick below this support here. So we got our idea right. Either way, we are still looking for sells. So now let's talk about the buys. The buys will only come in if we break above the the current body or the current resistance. Ideally, I would like to see the resistance being taken up, right? So this represents our major high, and this represents our major low for the moment, right? For the moment, that's our major low,
All right.
and that is our major high. So now let's move down to the 30-minute time frame. You can clearly see that we do have a breakout below, but as mentioned, overextended market. So this doesn't mean that the next candle, if it breaks the low, it's just going to melt back to the downside. It doesn't make sense at all. So now let's correlate the 30 with the Hour 4. As we understand, if your next Hour 4 needs to go down, we need a long top wick back to the upside and then back to the downside. So now we have another 1 hour and 40 minutes before the candle closes. Ideally, I wouldn't execute any trades because we know that it's too risky. Hour 4 is overextended, 30 minutes is overextended, everything is overextended, even the 15 is overextended, right? So what I like to do is I will just wait for the hour 4 to close. Right, wait for the hour 4 to close, which means we have another 3 30-minute candle. So what does the 3 30-minute candle has to do? Two things. Number one is either 1, 2, 3 for a sell, type B impulse. Because why? Why is because the next hour 4 just needs to go up first and then come back to the downside, as we mentioned earlier, right? Create a top wick and then go back to the downside. While we do this here, that will leave behind a new range for the next candle, create a small top wick, and then go back to the downside. Clear on that so far?
Yeah, bro.
All right. So now let's talk about number 2, which is hour 4 candle closing below the support, right? Hour 4 candle closing below the support. As I mentioned, we have 3 more candles. So consolidation. We just need the price to consolidate a little bit. It can close bullish, it can close bearish, whatever it is. A consolidation on the 30 means that we have a substantial no trading zone on the 15 because we have more candles and basically. So at this point, we have a new no trading zone, and now you can go with a break above for a buy and a break below for a sell. Why? It's because your new, if your hour 4 candle closed overextended, and as for the sells, as we see, straightforward. Close below, take a sell, or maybe if you want to go to impulse, that is your impulse entry. So yeah, so we correlated the hour 4 behavior with the 30-minute time frame, understanding that we have another 3 more candles before the hour 4 closes, and based on that candle closures, we're going to correlate that with the hour 4 rejection. No matter what, the next hour 4 still needs to go up first and then come back down. Clear?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, that is for this week. That is the top-down analysis. So what I'm trying to say here is that whenever you do your analysis, try and correlate your hour 4 with the 30 even one, right? Rejection points, how did the hour 4 close? How is the hour 4 rejecting any highs, any lows? And is that a
I
valid
will.
sell? Sorry, bro?
Yeah, for me, I will.
Yes, it is a valid entry. Why? It's because it's a new 30-minute candle, correct? But if the
Yep.
time is 10:15, I wouldn't execute the trade because that would mean that your 30-minute candle is overextended. The probability for us to just continue back to the downside, it goes down. Why? It's because we don't have a pullback. We don't have a push, a pullback, and then a continuation. If it's at 10:15. So we are talking about the 15-minute candle here. Each hourly candle has 4 15-minute candles and 2 30-minute candles. So in this scenario here, if it's 10:30, your 2 15-minute candle has closed, meaning your previous 30 closed bearish. So your new 30 just needs to create a top wick and then melt back to the downside. That is a valid sell. But if it's example 10:15, now you only have one 15-minute candle closing bearish and your 30-minute candle is still open. So it doesn't make sense for it to just continue back to the downside. Unless if you have a closure, something like this, and then the third candle goes down. That will be a better entry. Basically a pause single.
Got it.
Clear on that?
Clear.
All right, beautiful. So any further questions, anyone?
No, bro. All good.
All good. Amil, all good, Amil. It will
Yeah,
be a
bro.
little bit confusing, but then just rewatch, try and understand everything. We'll go more in depth later on Monday or Friday, lah,
Okay, bro. Sure.
right? So we have covered top-down analysis, pre-planning your entries, which is very, very, very important to work around the candles, especially for you, Issa, because that's your session,
Yeah.
during the peak volume timing. But the
True, true, true.
past 3 4 days, I think, because we are back to New York now,
Mm.
so most of the trades that we took are based on that. So I think we learn a lot while we take our
Yeah.
trades as well. Even the earlier sell, that was a good one as well.
All right.
Oh man, look at that. Just
Yeah. I'm
400
currently
and Shit, bro.
I'm
You
currently
took the sell
at
again?
at the bottom one currently.
Which
Boss
one?
angle. So
Oh shit, you got in.
90%.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which account was it?
My runner is on 0.01. TP2
Nice.
is at TP2 is at 80 pips.
80, yeah. Good
Yeah,
enough.
so currently 0.01.
Which account, bro? HTC.
The Sen account. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. 28. 30. Yeah, so this entry makes sense because now this is your second 15-minute candle, which means that the first 15 closed, and then
Mhm.
you got in on the second 15. It makes sense.
Yep.
And your 30 broke a previous low as well. Good enough.
Yeah. Still holding.
Right, I think that's about it for education for today. And yeah, maybe we can try and get a trade for Jay. What's the time? Jay, you took any trades yet? Not yet.
No, bro, no.
And next 30.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
Looking good, looking good.
15, 15 looks good. But then it's overextended. It's
Yeah.
quite overextended.
I'm just waiting for it to swipe my SL, my BEH. Yeah.
But
There's
we
still
we
there
did
to go.
break below the major key level on the daily, and
Yeah.
that's one
Yep.
good thing. But we'll see. We'll see how
We
it
are
goes.
just right there. Yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah.
up.
But all right.
Yep, swipe.
Right. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. We might be going in the dynamic entry. I don't think I've gone through this before. So dynamic entries are trades that we take before breaking a high or low, right? Anticipating us to reject and go back to the downside or the upside. So how do we do that is, example, now we have a previous candle that closed bearish, and we do have a support key level over here, which is also representing your major high, sorry, your major low, right? So now the next candle, I'm expecting it to tap that support and then flip back to the downside. With this type of entries, you tend to get sniper entries. So we don't go with sell stop, but we go with sell limit, meaning you put your sell limit over here. Once the price tap the area, you're gonna get triggered in, right? You're gonna get triggered in and then expecting it to flip back to the downside.
Also, this will be having a higher risk.
Yeah, very, very high risk.
Yeah, need to have those
But yeah, because the
precise.
candle can just fly up straight away. You never know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, stop loss is gonna be on the previous candle high. And I mean that's actually you're in the trade already.
Mhm.
So 1-to-1 as usual, secure and then go break even.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Almost there, almost there. Come on, brother. Almost there. So you can try and practice this setup on your demo accounts later on. And you can also do this for your type A entries as well. Example, type A Matini, next candle come and tap the previous resistance. You can execute and then put your stop loss on the previous candle lower. Something like this. Oh man, TP1 got smashed. Jay got in, Jay. Jay. Oh, Jay.
Down with it.
I don't think he went in.
So 15.
Yeah, just got
Yeah.
80 pips. So that. But let's see. Let's see.
Oh, dynamic
Sometimes,
entries.
yeah, dynamic entry is precise, but then it's super risky. You never know. Sometimes it will just macam tu, terus pecah atas.
Yeah, all the way.
But what I like to do is I will execute one entry here, and then once you flip bearish, I'll add another one. So split my entry to 2.
Yeah, I think I need to try this on demo.
Yeah.
Like,
Ideal situation is a candle without a bottom wick, right? So it just push up without a bottom wick, and that is the best type of entries. Because you know that the price needs to go down to create the bottom.
But how if it's like in terms of, we will have this type of market where the price tends to make a very long candle wicks.
So something like this. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the sell
Right.
limit is basically gonna be somewhere at the top based on
For
the
this
previous.
it will be a buy limit because it's a buy, right? So you're
Yep.
gonna place it on your nearest resistance. So disregard the elongated candle. Your nearest resistance will probably be on the previous candle high.
Mhm.
So somewhere over here at the top, right?
Yep.
So that is where you're gonna place your buy limit. So idea is that the next candle with this type of entries, 90% of the time you won't have a top wick the moment you open. It's just gonna plunge down first. Right? So your buy limit is gonna be somewhere over here, one or two pips above the resistance, and then stop loss on the previous candle high. Sorry, previous candle low on the bottom wick.
All right.
Right, like this. So the moment immediately once it flips bullish, you're gonna bring your stop loss over here and then get your 1-to-1.
Price going down.
It's beautiful, man, beautiful. You got in
Are you
or not,
guys
Jay?
in? No.
Bro.
The trade is for you.
Yeah, it's straight. It's
I
for
have
you, bro.
so much of bloody shit calls coming in every single time.
Can't do much, man. That's the only
I
trick. That's it.
fucking hate this shit. Ah,
That's it.
Yeah, 140 pips, man.
Yeah,
Beautiful trade.
break its own though, if there is.
Yeah.
ah,
Sniper entry, Yagi, no drawdown at all. Got in straight away profit.
Oh, the sell limit, the sell limit works in this one.
Yeah, but I mean this especially because major key level. We broke
Mm.
the major key level. Beautiful.
Ready for the tentative push.
Yeah, nice. Sure. Yeah, so as an example, look at this here. This is our nearest support, right?
yeah.
Yep. Shortest support over there. So previous candle closed bearish with a long bottom wick, as you said, Isa, the one that we
Yeah.
were discussing about, right? So
Mhm.
the next candle went up, tapped the previous support. The moment you tap the previous support, you go in for a sell. Sell limit,
Yeah.
and then stop loss will be on the previous side. And yeah, even if you stick with that stop loss, you still got your 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3, either one. It's up to you.
Mhm.
But the best thing with this is the moment you break the previous candle, go straight away break even.
Yeah.
Now you're
Correct.
risk free and
No
your trade is
losses.
just gonna melt down.
Yeah, wait all the way to TP3.
Yep. Yep. But know when to execute this type of entries. Not every setup will work out.
Mm.
It's quite risky.
Alright.
Like, try and practice first. See how it goes. Then maybe you can apply that into your live account as well. I do take this type of trade sometimes. Execute two entries and so on.
Yeah, I need to practice this. It's very risky
Yeah,
for me.
but the most important thing is place your sell limit and buy limit 1 or 2 pips away from the support resistance. Because
All right.
sometimes you won't exactly tap, your spread will tap and then it will melt down. Exactly like this one here. Your
Mm.
spread tapped and then it went down.
Yeah, notice that
Yeah,
sometimes.
beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
Doesn't break its own
So
though.
yeah, I mean this is a good trade, man. No drawdown at all, 0.00.
All the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way down.
I
So that
should
is
have checked the
a
sell limit.
dynamic impulse entry. Sorry, bro?
All right. Should have tried out that one earlier, but I don't
Yeah,
have the demo currently.
but I do believe that during New York session, this type of trades it works out. Usually it just works out. You don't really
Mm.
have to worry that much,
Yeah,
especially for New York.
for most New York, it's like best to have the entries very, very early.
Correct. Impulse and also breakouts. That's the most important one.
Mm.
Because textbook entries for New York, I don't really see it happening. It's quite rare. London, yes. New York, very rare.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
London
mean, the
mostly
past
text.
5 trades that we took, everything has been impulse. There's no proper entry.
Not all New York.
Yeah, all New York.
One
Even this
one
one as well.
one London. Yeah, one London during the session.
Yeah,
This
the first day,
Tuesday.
the first
Yeah.
day. Yep. Yeah, that was the textbook. That was the type A.
Mm.
Right.
The
So,
rest is
any further questions, anyone?
not for me.
So 10:45, we chow. 10 more
All right.
minutes to go. Amil,
See
all clear,
this.
Amil? You sound a bit sad today, or good?
Yeah, bro.
Tired.
Yes, bro. Every day need to wake up 5:30.
Oh yeah, very soon. Very soon can resign. Sometimes. Very close.
Next time, 5:30 p.m. we wake up.
For New York saja lah, nanti
Ah,
dua
New
balik
York. Yes. 1 week New York, 1 week
Yeah.
London.
But Amil, you don't have to worry about understanding everything now, because we still go live every day. We still take trades together, so you can just join the live, take the trade, and then be off. That's fine as well. No worries, man.
Still pushing,
Man, we
bro.
are just melting. You got in, Amil? Tak ada.
No, bro. I thought it's wrong with Jason only.
Jason was on the call. Tak angkat.
Fucking plenty of calls lah. Bloody fucking hell. Every
Off
single
your
time fucking class.
off your phone, bro.
Chill,
Jason,
chill.
I off
Jason,
my phone later no internet.
Jason.
I cannot use Zoom. Ah.
Oh man.
Abang see this one in a YouTube live.
Oh yeah.
Nah, we get
What
our
the topic
episodes.
ni?
We get our
It's like
episodes.
an episode of The Office.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
this was a beautiful one. Beautiful trade.
they're still pushing. We'll proceed further.
Yeah, I'm hoping your TP3 to be tapped. 200 pips. Good enough. 195 to be exact. But it has been a very good month actually. This month, beautiful month. Good entries, good volume. Everything has been just perfect.
Only yesterday at London, the price is a bit shitty.
Yeah, yesterday was a little bit off. This is exactly what I expected yesterday. But 10 o'clock, the volume didn't come in. It came in at 10:45 after we went off.
Yeah, right after we went.
But Galvin caught the move, luckily. At least someone
Oh
got
yeah,
in the kill.
Ted B King.
Yeah, I told him to go live, but then he's still on the demo account. Trying to practice things. So
Hey, he should have at least a Sen account.
yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, Monday I'll be having a class with him.
Mm.
He said he wants to go live on funded straight away. So
Oh
see.
yeah.
For you
Like,
guys,
best to have
another
the
1 week lah.
$20.
Sorry,
Mm.
bro?
No, best for him to have the $20. I think he can grow
Yeah,
from that.
correct. You can
Yeah.
grow your own account and then at the
Mm.
same time have a funded account as well. That's good.
Even if he were to take yesterday's Type B trade is gonna be still a good win.
Yeah, correct. 0.08, he made around $200.
Yep.
1,000 ringgit plus minus.
Good one.
But Jay has been just missing all the good trades and he'll take all the bad trades. Then
Yeah, he need more time.
yeah, I need more time.
Need more free time. Yeah, free time for
Yeah.
trading.
Correct.
Yeah,
For
I would say
Amil, it's
so.
fine. Amil is good.
Mhm.
Just that sometimes, Amil, you miss out on the volume sessions, right? Like the breakouts, impulse, and all that. So I think you need to focus more on impulse and trees. Amil. Your type A is okay. Your type B is okay. Impulse, okay. Because New York, you have to go with impulse. London, not necessarily.
Okay, bro. I try.
Type C and type D, lah. That's the main one.
No parts, okay, bro.
Yep.
MC 30.
For Isa, everything is good. Timing saja problem. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say that maybe
Sometimes,
for now,
yeah,
I will need like proper time for me to just be concentrate on trading for every session I
yeah,
took. And then only I can take those kind of toilet trades or what. Because usually I find myself like, oh, leave it like that and usually hit my
yeah,
ass so most of the time.
yeah. Cannot manage.
Yeah, bro. That's the most disturbing thing for me.
Yeah. Timing is an issue. But I would say your New York entries are quite good for the past 5 days. It's been quite good.
I think I've been spamming New York since the education.
Yes.
Yeah, all the way.
It's been quite nice.
Yeah, I came to London and it's like, oh my god, everything's so peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean on Tuesday especially, that was just very smooth.
Yeah, bro, everything worked out like the beginning of the education, learning the type A, type B
Yeah,
impulse.
correct. London
Everything
is
worked out
always like
well.
that.
Mm.
And also we
Then
got 4 entries, 4 wins in 1 hour. That was
yeah,
crazy.
and I understand why you always mention that if can just join in London.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. It's very
Yeah.
smooth sailing.
mm. During good prices like this week, it's been great.
Mm. Yep. Man, about to hit TP. Let's go.
And just a bit more.
What's there? Yeah. It's just a runner, a small one. 13 pips away.
And but this Friday,
Yeah, it's a
absolute sell.
Friday. NFP as well. Weekly is gonna close very soon. Next week we might be back to bullish. So the first 2-3 days we're gonna be looking for buys and then probably continue with the sells because the weekly needs a top wick first. Same idea everywhere.
All right, consolidation.
Yeah, consolidation and then melt back down. This is I would say this is part because of the bombing. So gold is going back down. And
Yeah,
also
all down.
NFP.
Yeah, even Bitcoin earlier is like wow.
Just melting down. But I doubt Bitcoin is a continuation. It might just be a pullback for Bitcoin.
Yeah, people will be buying that low. It's like
Yeah,
a good time.
this is usually what happens, every Friday it dumps down and then they buy. Next week it's just gonna shoot back up, make a lot of money, and then it just repeats itself. Look
Yeah.
at what happened here. All the same, bro. Here, everything just rinse and repeat. Same thing.
Once I get this trading right, just gonna go back to crypto just to farm the lows on every Bitcoin.
Yeah, correct. Every psychological
Yeah.
level, 7,000, 5,000, all this.
Yeah. At this point, I was like, screw holding assets, except for some lah. Some is fine.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like now, I would
Because
say
back then
we
I
are
used
gonna
to
tap
stick with
55.
staking.
We're gonna tap 55
55.
psychological level. People just gonna smash on the buy button.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
gonna
Monday
spam.
fly
Yeah,
back.
all the whales.
Yeah, all the wheels.
Yeah, all the whales gonna come in.
Baron Trump is there as well.
Oh yeah.
I heard they're setting up a mining farm in Pakistan or some shit, run by Baron Trump.
Yeah, they're scheming everything before Trump actually gets out from the chair.
This is the last year, right? For him. 2 more years to go.
Oh, look at that.
Man, oh man. Silver is melting. Gold is hit TP. New candle.
Yeah, would you still trade oil, bro?
Yeah, I do. But I do it on WTI USD. I don't do it on crude oil.
All right.
It's exactly like it's basically forex. Just that you have to be a little bit more cautious with your lot size because it tends to fluctuate a lot. But essentially, it's the same thing. Break low, break up, break above, buy, sell, all the same. No difference at all. I mean, this system, this strategy works for basically everything or every pair that has a candle. Whatever it is, you can just try and apply it. Even I even know some people who do this on the daily time frame as well. So they play with the monthly, weekly, and the daily, get the bias from the monthly, behavior on the weekly, and then execute on the daily time frame. Same setup, type A, type B, type C sell, but on the daily time frame.
But yeah, SL is gonna be huge, right?
Yeah, SL huge, lot size kecil, account besar.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So as an example, this is a type C cell here. Stop loss is around 7,000 pips. If you have a 100K account, just put in 0.10, you reach about $7,000.
And keep it steady.
Yeah. It's all the same thing, just readjust your lot size. That's it. The only problem is if you have a small account and then you over leverage. Like look at our account, we have a $20 account. We go with 0.01, proper risk management, and we are still growing the accounts. So the same thing. All the same thing.
Yeah, never been.
If you can do it with a $20 account, you can do it with a 100K account. It's exactly the same thing, no difference.
Yeah. The current idea for me is like to grow that $20 account. Yeah.
In a way, you're also building your discipline, building your strategy, building your everything,
Yeah,
proper
true,
risk
bro.
management, everything. And
Totally right.
once you grow this account to maybe 1,000 or 20,000, right?
Mhm.
You just have to tweak your lot size. Besides that, just keep doing what you're doing. I think else.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how big your account grows, stick to the same risk management. Exactly the same.
yeah. The discipline is very important at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, no frustration, no stress.
Yeah. Because now the account is still small, but once it grows, it tends to get a little bit stressful, especially
Habis
for a newcomer.
Yeah, kena kancung a bit.
Yeah,
Labah
but
sikit
yeah,
sana.
just stick with the percentage. Like now we are risking about, I would say 10 to 30% on every trade. Right? Yeah, your account is $20. You put in every trade is around $5, $6. It's still quite a big amount.
Yeah. For yesterday, only lost 3. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah. We risked around $10 yesterday and we lost $3. It's good.
Yeah, small losses, big wins.
Yep.
Yeah, everything comes clear now.
Yeah. Consistency.
Mm.
And don't be overconfident as well. That's your worst friend.
Yep.
Overconfidence will just kill your whole process strategy and the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, 100%,
Take the
bro.
buy, take the sell,
Yeah,
put a big lot size, this
forcing
and
the
that.
trades.
Yeah, for simple trades. But like now, I would say your discipline, because we are doing it together.
Yeah.
Slowly, you will build your strategy. Every day, one trade, and that's.
Yes, I can start seeing the changes for the good.
Yep, yep. I would say another 1 2 months. 1 2 months, you'll be there. I mean, not to become a millionaire straight away, but then to
Yeah,
be
for
able to
sure.
trade on your own.
Yep. Just seeing it grow is good enough for me.
Yep. Just compare your first month to this month. Just look at your history.
Yeah. I can
You will
compare
say
that between my Sen account and the current $30 account. It's
yeah,
a two different
correct.
world.
Yep. So proper ones.
Yeah.
Right. Jay, I think I want to give you another trade, but yeah, we got another 10 more minutes. Can we hold on another 10 minutes, Jay?
Can. No problem.
All right. Wait. Off your
I
phone.
need to
Right?
go get the Mac as soon as possible. No, I'm using my phone.
Oh, I see.
I'm using my phone. That's why every single time Tony Pro call.
Bro, what are you doing with the tab then?
The tab is shit. Oh, only when we share live only then I use. I use the
Bro,
phone for
just
easy access.
use
Tab I have to on. So
bro,
time.
just use the tab, man, so that you won't miss the entries. At least the Zoom will be
Cannot,
running. You can have
bro.
a
You
look
know
at
the
that.
problem now. When I use the tab, call come to my phone, internet cut.
Bro,
Everything
Wi-Fi,
cut.
huh?
My Wi-Fi shit
The
lah.
Wi-Fi you said.
I got, but
Yes,
I can't.
I get a second
My
SIM
situation is so
maybe.
bad right now lah. My
bro, you
sister
need the
just broke the
modem.
door.
I have a
No,
modem. Do
never
you
mind.
want the modem?
Never mind, bro. I should be getting the Mac by this month already.
Okay. Let me know. I share you my Switch account. Then you can get the
Can.
discount.
Maybe next week or the week after that. Next
Like
1 week is
closer.
Anthony. What's Anthony's feast day? And
Yeah,
also I
that's
thinking want
why.
to go or
Because
not? Should I go or
I
not?
might be going to Penang as well earlier. Yeah. Because
Can
Uncle
Anthony, bro?
Ambrose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got man at
They
Penang?
did. Yeah, they have it in Penang. So Uncle Ambrose was saying you just come 1 month earlier. Sorry, 1 week
I didn't
earlier,
know.
and then let's see how it goes.
Oh, okay. I'll be in KL.
Mm. KL, which one?
Puru, Jalan Puru.
Udu. Okay. So,
That is the church very long already lah.
yeah, very old one. Very nice.
The Patriot or good loss and goods goods and loss.
Mm. But yeah, your timing is a
Now
little bit
screwed
off.
up.
Need to adjust that. Because
Entries
when
lah
your
need to
timing is
fix.
not right, your trades will be kabut. And
Yeah.
you're getting distracted and all that, everything will just go messy. And you'll be taking unnecessary trades as well. So when it comes to trading, you need to be just in your zone,
Need to
basically.
clear everything lah.
Yeah,
Clear
your mind,
everything, mute everything, off everything.
For now,
Goodbye,
like
world.
for me at this point, I just even as I park my car for I take a trade and then that's it. I put it in the group, everyone follow, that's it. Sometimes most of my good trades for Asian are on the toilet seat. So
Damn.
that
Yeah,
I mean, the more you do it, you'll get used to it. So, but then in the beginning, you have to be focused, know what you are looking for and all that. Too many distractions, you're just gonna mess up the whole process.
Yeah. Great.
It's like driving while texting, the same thing. You bang somewhere.
Yeah.
best metaphor.
Yeah. Right, 6 more minutes, Rigo. See, 11 o'clock. Expecting an impulse buy.
Type B.
Because type B, we are overextended. Just a very quick one. Just to fill in this week on the left, we have around, oh man, over 30 and we have 100 pips. It's crazy.
That's good.
Volume is back in. Not bad. But this will be a problem for us because your stop loss now is going to be 10, 12 pips. It's 0.01. It's going to be crazy. Bro. Isa, I think I won't be executing any trades on Monday and Tuesday up till you bring yours to 30th. Then we move
Okay.
together.
All right, bro. Yeah, I do my best to grow it.
Yeah.
Quite
Yours
friendly.
is at 2022, is it? 22, 23.
Currently I'm at 26.
Oh, I mean, one good trade, that's it. I bring it to 30. Eh?
Yeah,
Monday boleh lah. Monday boleh. Yep.
Monday half freeze okay lah, 0.1, 0.01.
Yeah, 0.01. And then Tuesday we go to 0.02.
All right.
I was thinking like every $10 increment, we add another 0.1, like $30, 0.03, $40, 0.04. That'd be good. But for that we need proper entries.
Yeah. So 0.10 gonna be about $100.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Looks
And
good.
hopefully the price doesn't mess up. Hopefully the market doesn't mess up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing. Because for now it looks good for now. But then we have a new week coming up, new weekly candle.
So apparently only first week of June, second week of June, then third
But
week is
usually
a little
June up till September will be quite good. June to September. And then October onwards is when things go sideways again. December is the worst one. But surprisingly, last year, December, because of the war and all that, it was very good last year.
From October was the best one.
Yeah, October was crazy. J made 40%, 44%.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah. That was luck, man.
Yeah, and luck and also the volume. It's just, even if you blindly take a buy or a sell, they just work out. You don't really need analysis at that moment.
Yeah. The textbook worked out during those times.
Yeah, 100%. It's crazy.
15.
Yeah, about the Rohingyas and all. So now the Malaysians are trying to chase them away, basically send them back to their country.
Their
The
country
reason
where,
why they bought them in Malaysia was because of the Myanmar genocide towards Rohingyas.
Muslims.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
then
it's cooled off in Burma.
Yeah, it's cooled off, and then now because in Malaysia now it's overpopulated by the Rohingyas and all. And so now they want to send them back.
Now we're just gonna be US 2.0 illegal aliens.
Yeah, 100%. But the thing is now the guys, the Rohingyas who have kids and all, they have IC. That's the problem. So they're basically warga negara. Most of them have IC. Some bought them after being rich and just go and buy the IC.
Yeah, because they're comfortable working here, right? There's
Yeah,
nobody going back there.
And there's the kids, they have UNHCR schools and all. They learn Malay, they learn English, all this. So it's difficult. I mean, in a way, it's sad as well because these guys, the kids especially, they grew up here 15, 20 years, 30 years. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you want to send them back, it's culture shock for them as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what is this? This is my country now. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Excluding the ones who are on the street.
Like what happened to most of the Banglas? They usually like grew up here, they open up a shop
Correct. They're running a
and stuff. Yeah.
business, and I mean, more 90% of them are running a business. Very few work
Yeah.
cashiers and all,
Mm,
especially the Pakistanis and all these foreigners.
yeah. And the good thing about them is that they help their people.
Correct.
Mm.
But it's difficult. In a way,
Yeah.
it's good. At the same time, it's bad as well.
Mm. Good
You
for
can't
them,
really pick a side.
probably bad for
Yeah, good for them.
our economy.
Yeah. It's. I mean, even the current generation, I don't think they'll be going mixing cement or doing the jobs that they do. So that will be a problem as well for us economically.
Because we try to find
Nobody
a
has
solution. The
yeah,
solution becomes a problem, then there's no way to
correct.
solve it.
Like in Australia, America, and all their own people, they do this basically kerja kuli lah,
Yeah. Constructions
workforce. Yeah, all
all
this.
those. Yeah.
Like in Malaysia, it's a special country where only the foreigners do that, and it's
Yeah.
weird.
Can't even find locals for manpower, bro.
Correct.
It's like that hard now.
The only manpower that you have is dekat Petaling Street lah. That's the only thing they do.
Mm.
Nothing
And
else.
that's saddening.
Yeah.
Yeah, make Malaysia great again.
It's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah. I know stepping down. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if the government gonna change again. Yeah, back to
Gonna be
the end.
difficult.
God knows what's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
Anwar is a little bit woke, so these guys they don't like him.
But he
Even though
do
he
great
says,
things
yeah,
for economy, but still people gonna be like, oh yeah, this and that. No, listen to us.
I would say if no matter who comes in, people will always be, condemning and not satisfied. They will always do this.
Yeah. And the common fact about politics is that, of course, their pocket money come first, but
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
tend to get too much, or just people just don't understand how things work out there.
correct.
Because
In terms
most
of
of us literally just follows the whole boat, just ride the boat with everyone else.
bro, that's 99%, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They just don't have any idea what is happening. Hey,
Yeah, and this feud goes into like religious places between family
yeah,
members, and then turns into a bigger problem.
pray here, pray there, jadi alim, lepas tu buat masalah.
Yeah,
Jay, take
exactly.
a sell, Jay. Small one,
Okay.
half the risk.
Now?
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, the moment I said sell, that's when you should have.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, what's your entry point, bro?
Now. 4367.51.
6
Oh, 6-7. Right. Right. Small entry, half the risk,
Yeah, after this.
All right, beautiful.
Just night or so.
52-7. 52-7.
Did the spread went big again?
Yeah, because a lot of volume coming in. That's why I don't really like to take trades after
Oh, no
getting a good
wonder.
entry. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No worries.
You need to take now, bro.
Good.
Sorry, bro.
No, for the trade.
No. Now it's too late, bro. Now this trade is for just for J. I'll explain the trade later on. No worries.
All right.
Right. Sorry, J. Secure 80%. Go break even.
Oh, that's a good one.
Secure 80%. Go break even. 58 pips. Just that. Sorry, 50 pips. Secure. Go break even. Don't forget.
Done.
Beautiful. Let your runner go. Right. So the idea of this trade is the current candle, right? Previous candle closed bullish. It should have went down, create a bottom week, and then flip back up. But what happened is we went up, created a top week first, broke its own low, we got in straight away profits. Good enough. Good trade. Basically an early type C and impulse. Expecting the current bearish candle to just fill in the wick on the left. with the volume that we have, and also with the overextended bearish momentum. So
hit B.
yeah, that's it. I mean, you got your win. That's good enough. So
Yeah,
lower
sure.
low, lower low, lower high. This is what exactly I was talking about earlier. Where once you have a high, if your next candle creates a top, we break the low. That's your continuation. You only need your 1-to-1. Anything more than that is fine, right? Once you get your 1-to-1, happy days. That's the trade. Congrats, good trade. Not bad. All wins for the day. For the week, 1 loss. Sorry, 2 loss for the week. But then
Yep.
besides that, all wins. Good enough.
Mhm.
Any further questions on this entry that we took?
3 for me, bro.
Yeah, beautiful. Good trade, good trade. Right, give it 2 more minutes, then we chow. 5 close, then we chow.
Okay, bro.
All right.
Alright. Congrats, Jay. Good trade.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for the trade.
It's easy. Forex is easy, bro. Just
It is.
understand what you are looking for, and then it will just work out. Don't overcomplicate things. So you see, we talked about Rohingyas, and then we got a good trade. As long as you know what you're looking for, it will be good.
Good sesh.
Yeah. And everything is on YouTube as well. Just rewatch later on.
Yeah. Yeah, today is a good
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. Today is a Friday, so tomorrow Saturday, banyak cuti. Just rewatch everything. The past 5
Yeah.
days we went live, watch everything.
Yeah, gonna do the notes based on this recording.
But I do believe we have a session that you missed out. I'll send that to you.
All right.
I think I did inform you that I'll be recording the session as well. I'm not really sure which one.
Yeah, I just can't remember which.
Let me check for you.
All right.
Got it. Risk management and no trading zone. Yeah. This was before you left to Philippines. I think so. That's the one. So this is very important. Everyone just rewatch that as well. Risk management and no trading zone.
Start this.
Okay, bro. Well, this one look like type B buy.
No, there's no more
Very
trades.
strong
That's it.
bearish lah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't force any trades. If you see a setup based on your criteria, just go with it. If you impulsively go in expecting every setup to work out, it's not gonna work out. Not every type B is a type B, not every type A is a type B. So go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was saying, so yeah, Malaysians, they don't really have this the internal workforce, like the construction, all this dirty works, they don't do that. They only look for Rohingyas. And if you send them off, we're gonna be deprived of this workforce. And I don't really think the Malaysians will go and do that work. It's either the
Nah.
government increase the salary,
Yep.
a basic salary for that side, and that will cause inflation, and that will bring our
Absolutely.
GDP down, and it's gonna be a shithole.
Yeah, most big players won't be keen with that, especially.
Yeah, correct. Because price of goods, I don't think there's a chance of it going down with the price of oil, logistics, and all. It will never make sense. It will just disrupt everything. So for us to increase our salary, it's going to be quite bad actually. People say that, oh, government don't want to give me this, don't want to give me that. But you have to think logically, bro. If they give you all the money, how are they going to sustain the GDP?
If they take time and look outside, they already know the problem is currently
Yeah,
we're
that's the thing.
overpopulating. A lot of people,
You
no
just
work.
want government give them everything. Oh, Madani ni, Madani tu, bro. Think, use your brain and think.
Can compare us to Brunei or Saudis lah. Their
Yeah, I
countries
mean,
different.
they have a lot of resource. We don't really have much. We only have superconductors, Vigitima, all these things,
Yeah.
export, import.
Mm.
Even
You-
then, we are still struggling with debt as well.
Yeah. For Malaysia.
Yeah. China has a lot of money invested in this. And up till we sold off our own bird car as well, Proton and all. It's just I would say almost on par with Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka is even worse.
Mm.
But in terms of how they run things, it's like that.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, half of it, I mean, quarter of it is owned by China. There's a whole city built by China in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, for China, it's insane. They literally invested in every country there is. Even
Yeah,
they
bro.
bought like American bonds.
Correct.
Like, yeah, they do every right thing in the book.
Mm. And that bonds is it is also with Singapore as well. It's around $32 trillion, 32 or 34 something $trillion. The bonds, it's just crazy, man. And US is in debt with them, so that's why they can't really cut off any bonds with China, with Singapore. They
Yeah.
can't do shit
They
without
can't
them.
mess too much.
Yeah, and if China does anything, they're gonna lose up on a lot of tenders as well. So
Yeah.
that is the main reason why China didn't get involved in this whole politics game lah with US and all.
There's no use to flex their missiles or anything at all
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, why do they have to waste their money for nothing? And just all of a sudden we bomb them for no reason.
Yeah. And even what happened
Like,
to Iran is not a wise thing to do.
yeah. But in a way, I would say US, it's a game plan. The reason why this happened, it is a game plan.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people made a lot of money with this.
Yeah, especially those up
Especially
there.
the internal ones and the
Yeah.
politicians.
Only
They
the
know,
rest of the population gonna be
yeah,
suffering
because
quite much.
at the moment, right, every Saturday and Sunday, they are controlling the markets. Every week they are doing something. And every week money is just going up and down. GDP is going up and down. So
Because
yeah, you buy low, you sell high. That's it.
yeah,
You say
people can
something
see
stupid on Monday.
everything that happening on Friday and what turns
Yeah,
out on Monday.
correct. So you know when to buy, you know when to sell. Or whatever he says he's gonna do it by the end of the week. And then you're already prepared to take a buy or a sell for the Monday. And it's just gonna shoot up or down. Easy money.
Yeah, just like what they say about Trump currently is trying to help the country with the oil. So whatever he says is gonna be very important to not mess up their oil
Yeah.
prices.
He's basically moving the GDP of the whole world, not just US, the
Yeah.
whole world. It's like a domino effect. Like, you talk about oil affects gold affects US dollar, and then so on, topples down.
Yeah.
And especially US being the major market. Anything happens to US, it affects us as well. No
So
matter what they say lah, Madani ke apa ke, it's not the BMX fault.
Yeah, correct.
These guys are just blaming the wrong person for no reason.
They just try to find someone to blame.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Like what happened back then during Elon's earlier days, Tesla glory days, right? So
Yep,
whatever Elon
100%.
says, it just like the crypto gonna boom, Shiba Inu gonna boom,
What's the
Sigma gonna boom.
Shiba coin, is it? That's the
Yeah.
one? Yeah, that was crazy, man. The hype was just out of the world.
For a meme coin, bro, out of nowhere. and then Elon just
Yeah.
talks about it in Twitter and everything just blows up. Insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's the amount of power that they have, especially Trump and market movers. Crazy stuff.
Big influence.
Yeah. Man, if he didn't hit your break even, would have been a beautiful trade. Shit. 100 pips.
Oof.
Beautiful. Perfect entry as well. Perfect execution. Right, I think that's about it for today. Any further questions, anyone?
I'm good.
All good? All good, right? So I think, yeah, very good session. Recap,
Oh, bro,
rewatch.
all good, bro. Thanks a lot,
All
bro.
right. And no worries, man. I will see you guys on let me check. Yeah, because I think Monday are the news, if I'm not mistaken.
Monday. Rex for you.
Monday. No, Monday tak ada. Tuesday tak ada. Oh, sorry, Wednesday tak ada class. Wednesday and Thursday, very high impact news. PPI, CPI, all that bullshit. So Wednesday and Thursday, no entries. We'll just go with the analysis, or if our Niraj is free, then we can go with simulation. I'll let you know.
Alright.
Wednesday and Thursday. Besides that, everything is as usual. Right, so that's about it. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, guys. And have a
Alright.
good sleep. Have a good weekend.
Okay, bro. Thanks a lot, bro.
Alright.
Right,
Take care,
no
bro.
worries. All
Thank
good.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bro.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Right, thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night,
Happy
everyone. Good night,
weekend.
Amil. Good night, Isa. Good night.
Good night, bro.
RJ. Peace be with you, bro.
Okay,
Alright.
bye, bro.
Peace be
Alright,
with you. Bye-bye.
Alright. Bye-bye.